Here with my man A.K.O.Y. What's good, Dave?
What's up with you, man?
I'm chilling, man.
Long time no see, man. How you?
Slow motion, bro. Slow motion.
Yeah, you lying your ass over that. Ain't shit slow about shit you doing.
Yeah. This is probably the biggest boxing weekend ever. As far as it's three fucking.
You got Canelo.
Yeah, you got Devin,
Garcia,
Ryan, and them on Friday. Canelo on Saturday, Inoue on fucking Sunday.
That's wild.
Yeah. But let's start it off. Let's start off with your man Devin Haney. Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez, former unified champion at 140 pounds. Dev, former Undisputed. Dev's coming off of the Ryan Garcia fight. You know how that went.
Right. I mean, it's a good fight for Dev. Like, a guy that's tough enough to go the distance. Now, when you watch him against, what was it, Barbosas he just fought?
Yeah.
That loss he just had. He's tough enough to go the distance. He's not a banger. He's not going to knock your head off, but he's tough enough to give you a fight. And I think that's what Dev need on this type of fight. I mean, you just named the only reason they fight is because he's a former unified champ. It's not because he's dangerous. I don't think he's dangerous to Devin.
You don't think Ramirez is dangerous?
Styles make fights. So when I say he's dangerous to someone else, maybe like a guy who's an infighter, you're gonna fight him chest to chest. He's good at digging to the body, stuff like that. He fights like a true Mexican, though. He coming right to you. But Devin, being as though his calling card is that jab, if you walking right to Devin over and over again, if you watch the Barbosa fight, Barbosa is not the boxer that Devin is, but you can see the angles he was able to take and how he was able to control that fight, most of the fight, with that jab. And I think if you're looking at that, and I would give him Barbosa had a good jab, but it's not Haney's jab. You know what I'm saying? This is a fight that's suited for Haney's style. That's why I say he's not dangerous. That doesn't mean he's not dangerous in the fight game. No disrespect at all. It's not that. He's just not going to be able to get close enough, consistently enough, to be dangerous to Haney. And by the time he does, I think he'll be cut up and beat up and peppered up a little bit before he gets that opportunity in the 5th, 6th, 7th round when Haney's jab either slows down or he's able to time it a little bit. By then, you're already peppered up by it, you know what I mean? And then you get picked off by other things, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't think it's a fight that Haney is worried about when it comes to like getting clipped, getting knocked. It's not the same, you know what I mean? But it's a good fight for him, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a nice, long fight. I ain't gonna say tough, but long fight. You know what I mean? It's gonna probably go the distance, but I think Haney's gonna control that fight. You know what I mean?
He's coming off of taking punishment, Dave. Right?
Yeah. He
took a lot of punishment in the Ryan Garcia fight, and
Yeah.
I know they erased the L, but you can't erase the punches.
Yeah.
Right? And the question mark on everybody's mind is, how is he going to react when he gets hit?
I mean, you've been hit before, man. We all been hit. I don't think it's something to it. I don't think Devin Haney was damaged enough in that one fight for him to be gunshot, you know what I mean, or afraid of punishment at this point. You know, you see guys who go in, fight out, and they getting the Iron Barkley versus James Toney treatment. That's when you get a fight like that, over and over again, you're doing things like that. You got, detached retinas or, orbital bone, you're getting damage to the face. That's when you start feeling it. Or you see a guy that get knocked out, like Roy Jones got knocked out, and it was just easy to knock him out after that. Haney's not that far gone, I don't think. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people give a lot of credence to what Ryan did to him and the punishment that he took, but they don't give enough credence to his heart because he didn't have to finish that fight. That was I would have understood if he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
what cracks me the fuck up is everybody be talking shit. They be acting like he got knocked out and stayed out. He got up every time.
That take a lot of heart to get punished like that still. And he wasn't running to the end. He wasn't trying to survive. He was fighting to the end.
Yeah.
And I would say that outside of the rounds where he was taking the damage, he was giving as good as he got in those rounds. It's just that he just didn't have a good strategy. But I think Dev definitely got heart, man. When Ramirez caught him too, you seen that too. Like he got heart. He got enough heart to withstand. So I don't think he's gonna get hit and change all of a sudden.
What kind of differences are you expecting defensively?
Definitely keep that right hand up, man. You gonna keep that right hand glued to his outside of his chin. I don't think he ever go and drop that again in his life, man. And if he does, then that means he's just not. He might not be teachable when it comes to defending or guarding against the left hook, because you know exactly where Ramirez is gonna start throwing. Even if he wasn't a hooker initially, he's gonna be one that night, because you saw how Ryan was able to exploit him doing that. So I think that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see him a little bit more patient too, realizing like, yeah, you got a good sting, you're sharp, but your power is in your ability to be sharp. he's not a real puncher. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll be a little bit more patient and let the fight come to him, wear his guys down, and then take his opportunity to get him out of here. You know, I think that Regis Prograis fight made him feel like, you know, he had a little bit more pop than he does. And that's no disrespect to Haney. Like, some guys knock you out because they sharp and their timing is there. Some guys knock you out because they just got thudding, blinding power. He's not that guy. You know what I mean? He's not that guy.
So what should be the game plan heading into this fight?
Stay behind your jab. Take your pictures early so you can kind of figure him out. Stay behind that jab. Don't get on the inside too early while he still got energy. You know what I mean? Don't let him wear you down with those body shots. But I think by the 5th round, when you start seeing him either cut or you start seeing him slow down due to the fact that he's on the end of that jab, then start opening him up and see what you can do with your right hand. And I think it'll be a fight that goes the distance still, though. I don't think he's going to put it out there to try to go for a knockout in this fight. I think you choose a fight like this because, one, he's been off for a little minute and you need rounds. You know what I'm saying? This is a rounds type of fight in my opinion. So I see it going the distance, but you know, if it doesn't, it'll be due to like TKO because Haney's able to, like, you know, accumulate a lot of punishment after the 5th or 6th round, you know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, Ramirez is not a slouch, you know what I mean? He definitely tough and he's definitely coming to fight. So, you know, it'll be a good fight for Haney. And I think he needs the rounds and he needs to actually get hit and knock some of the dust off in this fight. So my game plan would be stay behind the jab early so you're not getting hit with his best shots. And then after the 6th round, open up.
Now, Haney is known for the jab, whether it's the stab to the body or the jab up top or the up jab off the stab, right? He's in there with a southpaw. A lot of orthodox fighters don't know how to jab southpaws. So what would be the proper way of going about that?
When you want, so I say offense against, it's 2 ways. So everybody says, you know, circle to your left to try to out-leverage that southpaw. That's true when you're going against a southpaw and you're defensive minded. So defense goes left, offense goes right when you fight the southpaw. So if you want to jab a southpaw, you should be circling to your right. When they freeze or when you feel like they're coming back at you or they're attacking, that's when you're circling or escaping to your left. So my recommendation to anybody who wants to understand what I'm talking about, just watch a southpaw and a southpaw with a jab, right? Like Pernell Whitaker. He had a great jab. But the reason he was able to jab is because he's doing the opposite of what I'm talking about. He'll circle to his left when he wants to deliver his jab to change that angle. And when he wants to escape, he escapes to his right. You mirror that. It's the same thing. Like, when you want to jab a southpaw, you need to be able to fight going to your right. And most fighters today, I'm not going to say they can't, I just don't see, I see a lot more mitt work than I do footwork, you know, today being taught. So I don't see fighters learning how to keep their leverage while going to their right. And those that can, you know, they make light work of southpaws, like Andre Ward, you know what I mean, Bernard Hopkins, those types of guys. When they're going off to their right, you can see the difference that it makes when you actually do it. And shout out to Breadman. My bad, Bread. But shout out to Breadman because I think he teaches that very well. When you watch Chiron fight the kid that he fought.
Elijah Garcia.
That was beautiful. That was exactly what I'm talking about when I say circle to your right if you want to deliver your jab. And you got to have quick right hands as well. So you might see a lot more right hands out of Haney in this fight due to the fact that if you don't have to have a lot of pop on that right hand. You use your quick right hand as a jab against the southpaw, and you're trying to come back with left hooks or strong straights after that. But you know, I still think that Haney's a guy that can fight going lateral, left or right. So I don't think that'll be a problem for him.